Woody was at the grocery store over the weekend and parked his EV truck in the EV spot at the grocery store, and some dude approached him, obviously not realizing that it was an electric vehicle, and said, "Way to stick it to those EV owners." Like just some stranger who approached Woody and thought that Woody was driving just a big truck and was screwing with people who own an EV by parking in their designated spot.
It's very fascinating to me that Woody keeps having these encounters, because if I saw a guy that looked like Woody outside of the grocery store or the gym, well, probably not the gym, but if I saw a guy that looked like Woody, the last thing I would do is strike up a conversation.
Well, I mean,
Really?
In this case, I think this guy looked at Woody and thought, this guy's an a-hole.
Right.
And he thought, I am too. You know, because we all understand books and their covers and not judging them, but you don't, if there was, like, if you looked up EV owner in the dictionary, it wouldn't be a picture of you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
What would be the? I wonder.
it's a fun little game to play with yourself because
I'm
pardon
not
the
playing with
expression,
myself right now.
because I think everybody probably does have an image in their head, and obviously it's wrong, but everybody has that image, and you're not it. And so that was another piece that he assumed was like, yeah, that guy doesn't own an EV. Look at him. And so that was another way that you fooled him, not just with the truck, but I think also with your body.
I've been fooling men with my body for years.
I mean, I'm trying to work through it because I think there is something to it.
Are you
and
saying?
again, of course, it's a horrible generalization, a stereotype, and all of that. But I think there's something to it.
You don't see so many EV drivers with the same kind of stomach that Woody has.
That's
you don't.
That's what I said. Overweight.
Well, you said it in a mean way.
Wait, you said with the same kind of stomach is better than overweight?
I was trying to not be so harsh with it.
Do you think there is an implication that everybody who drives an EV is thin or is like in shape? Maybe
Yes.
a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Emaciated, I think, is what you're looking for.
Well,
They're only eating twigs and berries.
Their vegan diet has them sort of wasting away.
Right. And this man, his face is way too red for any of that.
Right.
So he's on our side.
This guy just had a steak and had like 4 beers. Ain't no way he's driving an EV. But I think there is that stereotype for some people.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, I mean, and the truck is part of it. I think, let's be honest, there aren't a ton of those electric trucks out there that you're driving. So I think not enough people are familiar with that as well.
Yeah. Well,
but I don't want this to take away from Chelsea's horrible comment about your stomach. So I think it was mostly that, but it could be the truck as well. Is there something? Maybe there isn't, but is there something about Woody that's like, nope, that guy ain't driving an EV?
And I will tell you that as electric vehicles have advanced, there's more and more of them that you probably don't even recognize, right? At first, they were sort of really oddly futuristic, and you went, that's clearly an electric vehicle.
Right.
And now that you may park next to something and not even know.
Correct. It's changing, obviously, rapidly, but I appreciate those of you who are assessing Woody particularly.
It's because you look like you haven't showered in 3 days, but not in the hippie kind of way, just in the lazy, fat dad bod kind of way. That's all. Love the show.
I guess I hadn't thought about that particular angle.
It's like, that guy doesn't shower, and he clearly doesn't drive an electric vehicle. Not in a hippie way.
All right.
Did she say in a fat dad bod?
Yeah, fat
Okay.
dad bod kind of way. Yeah.
Lazy
that's what it
was
was.
mentioned.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Lazy as well. Yeah, lazy fat dad bod is clearly not driving an EV.
Right. I need a gas guzzler.
Yes.
Yes, you look like the guy who would rev his truck. And in fact, you're the opposite.
That's right.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that both of those are accurate. Yep.
As I get into my Tesla, getting ready for work with my lunch that is vegan and my almond milk creamer coffee, I feel attacked. Thank you, guys. Woody, you suck.
I'm on your side.
Just generally, it seems odd because, as we all feel, Woody doesn't appear that approachable in public. But you've gotten this, Woody.
Hey, I think with Woody, it's his demeanor. It's his inner calmness, his desire to not worry about anything. He's zen. He's like Buddha. Doesn't think about anything. He's just in the moment, and people see that and realize it and want to talk to him because they know he's not battling what yogurt to buy in the store. He's just him.
I think that's a compliment. I think it is. Like, I don't.
Is it?
But I think it's supposed to be.
Yes, your aura is the type to not get riled up. Like you're here for life. Like you're not ready to start a fight. You're not confrontational. You don't have that kind of energy because you don't care.
It's funny because obviously now social media, you can easily see what we all look like, but this is fascinating to me.
I'm just curious if there's anyone else out there like me who does not know what you guys look like. I listen to you on the radio every day, but I deliberately do not know what you look like because I have my own image in my head based on your voices. So I've never really looked at the Twitter feed or social media or anything to see what you guys actually look like.
I get what he's saying, though, too, because, even though we're on the radio, I listen to the radio as well. And it's always weird when you do see someone that you've only heard prior to that. And in some cases, I feel like I don't like it. Like even if I love listening to a show, and for years, I've never seen what these people look like. And then I see what they look like, and somehow it lessens it for me a little bit. I kind of get what he's saying.
Well, it helped me end up married, at least, to Frank, because he wondered also years and years ago when he listened to the show. It's like, I like her. I wonder what she looks like.
People may not know that story if they're newer listeners. Frank, her husband, was a listener at one point. Yeah.
And then
had he never looked at social media, he might have married me.
That's true.
But then he looked and was like, okay, I guess I'll go with Chelsea.
He was on the fence.
He was until then.
Is.
Yeah, Woody's not the type of person you just walk up and strike up a random conversation. I mean, he looks like Guy Fieri's majorly unsuccessful twin brother, and it's just not somebody who you want to tangle with.
So there you go.
That's the nicest thing anybody's ever said to me, sir.
Majorly unsuccessful.